And here is a special thank you to the members for the continued support on the channel. Hello everyone, welcome back to a new AviationJack video. Hope you're doing super well. So a lot of the time we never know where to fly in the simulator, and I get that all the time, hence why I started up those flight requests that I had. However, if you're stuck to fly and don't know where to fly in the simulator, I get a lot of people ask me saying, Jack, recommend me somewhere to fly, where should I go? A lot of the time I don't know myself, but I came across this website called Where to Fly, as simple as that. And basically, essentially what it does is you give it a departure or you give it an arrival, and it gives you a bunch of lists of where to fly. So for example, if you have somewhere in your head of where you really want to depart from, let's say today, let's use an example of Copenhagen Airport, and your destination was anywhere, you don't care where you're going, you just want to depart from Copenhagen, and you had a specific aircraft that you also wanted to fly. So for example, in this case, we've got Piper Cessna, CRJ, 737, 76, 77s, and so on. Usually what I fly in the sim is usually the 73 or the A320, so we'll go with a category C code letter. So say if I want to fly A320 today, I don't want the flight time to be more than 3 hours long. And I also want to have the flights ordered by the worst weather because I want it to be interesting, and also the most ATC. So we're going to look at all this, what we've done. We've got Copenhagen for departure, we'll go anywhere in the world, A320, no more than 3 hours, and I want the worst weather. You click search on here, and then as you can see, it then gives you a bunch of lists of airports and where you can fly with our filters. So for example, say if I wanted to go to Palma Mallorca Airport, it gives you the distance, the time, and it also tells you these three icons here. So there's currently a thunderstorm going on in Palma Mallorca. It has VATSIM ATC currently online, and it is a very popular airport. The same thing with Eindhoven. At the top it's windy, there's a gusting wind, there's a crosswind, and there is also ATC. Okay, so let's choose Eindhoven as an airport. As you can see here, it gives you the flights. It says that Transavia flies this route from Copenhagen to Eindhoven, and then also scenery. You can click scenery and it comes up with MSFS 2020. There's a freeware scenery to choose from, which is also a really cool feature that it lets you do. Windy and sim brief is another one of those options. Takes you to windy and it gives you the routes with the wind and what it's like at each destination. Or for example, this case is giving you Eindhoven with a detailed summary of the wind there. And also sim brief, if you click sim brief, it will give you the route. Another good one that we can do, say let's do Palma Mallorca. As you can see, there's a lot more flights that fly this route, so EasyJet, Norwegian, Ryanair, Scandinavian, Sunclass and Vueling all fly from Copenhagen to Palma Mallorca. If you go to the scenery tab, once again, as you can see, it gives you a lot of scenery options. In this case, we have freeware and payware. I personally use the freeware scenery from Euroscene, but you can also use adjusting scenery. If you use an MSFS 2024, as you can see, it gives you the two options for 2020 and 24, and flightsim.to does come up for one of those options. So that was just a little video for you guys, just to kind of show you all what Where to Fly is and what it is about. If we just refresh it and go back to the main page, there's also departure options, so you can depart anywhere and arrive at a specific destination, or you can just find flights. So for example, let's do London Gatwick to, I don't know, let's say Alicante. You can sort by call signs or last seen, so search. As you can see, from Gatwick to Alicante, there's British Airways flights, there is Avion Express, BA Euroflyer, British Airways, EasyJet, and it gives you a list of aircraft as well as the call sign and flight numbers, which you can use in the simulator to make it more realistic. So that is today's video concluding all into one. I'll leave the description of this website below with the link. And that is everything. Thank you all very much for watching this video. I hope this helps you all kind of plan flights and where to go to next. And I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye bye.